Now, you've probably heard that, in fact, the Big Bang is the beginning of space and time. This is a common thing that cosmologists tell people all the time. They say, they say the Big Bang, what is going on, what happened before the Big Bang, and you're told by very, very well-meaning and highly educated cosmologists there was no such thing as before the Big Bang. The Big Bang was the beginning of everything. There was no prior moment. Both space and time came into existence. At that moment, if you've gone this long in your life without hearing that before the Big Bang is like being north of the North Pole, then congratulations to you, because that's what you hear most of the time. But it might not be true. In fact, it's very, very inaccurate to say that we have a good reason to think that that is true. That is an extrapolation beyond where the currently known and understood laws of physics allow us to go. What is actually true is that as you go back to the early universe, using laws of physics as we know them, you don't hit a moment of time before which there was no time. You hit a point where your equations aren't good anymore. Einstein, here's a picture of Einstein. Now, you usually see pictures of Einstein with the gray hair and the rumpled sweatshirt and so forth, late in life. But when Einstein was doing his great stuff, special relativity, general relativity, things like that, in the early, this is 1912, I believe, he was a sharp-dressed young man. Someone was combing his hair. I don't know what was going on, but he was clearly a smart guy, a little bit on the ball, figured out how space and time worked. But his theory, general relativity, which explains gravity as the curvature of space-time, is incomplete. We know it can't be right because it's inconsistent with itself. General relativity predicts its own downfall because it predicts there should be places and times where the equations of general relativity don't apply. Those moments are singularities, places where things that should be finite numbers become infinite, and the Big Bang is one of them. So the correct thing to say about the Big Bang is not that there was no time before it, it's that our current understanding of the laws of physics gives out at that moment in time. We need to think a little bit harder. We should be open-minded. It could have been the beginning, or it could have been a phase through which the universe goes.